Welcome back to Granny Nancy's Kitchen. As you know, I'm Granny. This is the kitchen we'll be cooking in, and I have two great meals for you. One is power beans. It's great. It's going to be one of your favorites, and then overnight oatmeal. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Okay, you're back. Let's get ready. I'm just going to wash my hands real quick. What you'll need is some sausage, a couple cans of beans, some brown sugar, and some vinegar. I'm going to give you the amounts as time goes on. Okay? So as you probably already know, the sausages that you buy are usually already cooked. There it is right there. Okay, and then you're going to take it, and what I like to do is cut it on a slant. It just makes me feel like it's gourmet. Okay, so kind of cut it on a slant like that in little pieces. You want to cut up the whole thing. Okay, and we're going to take this and we're going to put it in a frying pan and just kind of brown it with some olive oil. So get your olive oil ready. I'm going to finish cutting up this sausage. We're going to take this sausage and put, I kind of glued it back together right there. You can see it's all put back together. Okay. I like to keep it in a nice, neat row. I don't know why. It's just something I like to do. I like everything to look good. Okay, so there you have it. We have it all nice and cut up. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some olive oil and put it in the frying pan. Just a little bit of olive oil. It'll help kind of, I kind of like to get it crispy to put it in the beans. Okay, cut your frying pan on at about medium. Once this gets going good, then we'll want to put this in that frying pan so it can get kind of browned, okay? So now, back at the ranch, they've set up a tray for me so I can show you what all we will need, and here it is. And so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different kinds of beans. Hence, that's the reason why they call it power beans. And along with the beans, we're going to have some brown sugar. You can see this is the brown sugar. I kind of packed it. You'll need 1 cup of brown sugar. I kind of packed it like that, like sandcastles. I like to play with the food sometimes. And then we have 1 tablespoon of mustard, a little bit more than around 1/3 cup of vinegar. Okay? And that's all your ingredients for the power beans. These are going to be the best beans your family has ever had. These are great. Okay, so while that olive oil is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and set this pan up so we can put the beans in here, okay? So this is basically what you'll do. You'll take all your beans. These ones are black-eyed peas. I just throw those in just for a little bit of pizzazz. And drain them, okay? I've already drained them. And so there you have 1 can of black-eyed peas. If you got a pencil, write that down. Okay. And then you have 1 can of white beans, and these have been drained as well. Put them in your pan like this. Okay. Okay. You have 1 can of butter beans. Okay. Put those in, and again, those have been drained. Each of these have been drained except for the pork and bean, the baked beans rather. These are kidney beans. These have been drained as well. Okay. And then 1 can of chili beans. These chili beans have chili peppers, onion, and garlic, and it's kind of in a tomato sauce. These ones you won't drain because this sauce is great. It's going to add to the flavor. So don't drain the chili beans, okay? So, and then we have 1 can of baked beans. The baked beans you won't drain because this flavor is really going to overpower everything. Okay, so there you have it. And also, notice that the baked beans are the largest can you can buy. So the other cans, you'll just basically buy whatever can of 15 ounces of beans, and then the big can of the baked beans will be 28 ounces. Let me just put this in their trash right there. So you'll have kidney beans, white beans, black-eyed peas, butter beans, chili beans, and the baked beans, okay? And in that, hold on a second. Okay, in that, you'll want to add your, let's see, you can tell that's getting kind of hot because it sizzles. Okay, and in this you will add your 1 cup of brown sugar. Look at how that's so cool how I packed it. I love it. And then a little bit more than 1/3 cup of vinegar. This is apple vinegar. And a full teaspoon of mustard. Okay, and you'll take these beans and you're going to put them on the stove and you're going to cook them for a couple hours. You'll cook them, get them going, get them warm, and then after that you're going to want to let them simmer for a couple hours. If you don't have time for that, put them all together, and in the morning before you go to work, shove them in the crock pot, and then when you get off work, voila, they're all done. Okay? So here we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and stir this all together, and we'll get them, let me put that right there, we'll get them going on the oven. Well, actually, this isn't an oven, this is a stove. So we'll put it on the stove, and we'll get them going. Over here back at the ranch, we got this heating up, and we're going to put all this sausage in there. Okay? So let's get this browned. And notice, too, the beauty of this power bean dish is that you don't have to add any seasoning. All the seasoning that we want to use was in the, see, I'm going to get these going, get these really brown. All the seasoning that we want to use in the beans was in the sauces. So we're not using a whole bunch of salt and sugars and peppers and all that type of stuff. So, well, sugar, you put sugar in there, I'm sorry. So there's sugar. The brown sugar and the baked beans juice and the chili beans juice is going to overpower everything, and that flavor is going to be perfect. Okay? And then these, we're going to get these kind of browned and get these going. Got the sausage in there, and we're going to have that cooking along with the beans are over here cooking. Put the lid on. In fact, for those of you, in case there's any beginners out there and you're just learning how to cook, then one of the things you want to remember is put the lid on your pots and pans, because it closes the steam in there. Otherwise it escapes, and it takes what might take 15 minutes, it would take an hour and a half because it can't get hot. So put your lid on. The beans are in there. They're going to simmer. The sausage is going to be cooking, and now we're going to move on to get the oatmeal started so that in the morning when you wake up, you don't have to cook the breakfast. Okay, so they have, I love this little refrigerator down here. It's just, it's nothing like it. Okay, so they've set this up for me. Everything's pre-measured. Okay, and then, oh, look how cute is that. Granny Nancy pot holders. Can you see those clearly? Can you get up close and see that? Of course, that matches my, and these are Granny Nancy's Kitchen pot holders. They have Granny Nancy Kitchen everything. Pot holders, aprons, hats, chef's hats. You'll have to go to the website and see. www.grannynancykitchen.com. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. And what this is an oatmeal dish. So this is a breakfast that you can cook for your family so that when they wake up, it's done. Get your crock pot. It's a fairly small crock pot. You're going to take 1.5 cups of oats. Just pour them in here. It's that simple. You're going to take 2 cups of milk. Pour the 2 cups of milk in there. I like to pour it out of a really nice glass pitcher like that. Just 2 cups of water and pour it in there. These are great. You're going to be so impressed. And then 3/4 cup raisins. Okay? So you, sorry, put those in there. And then you're going to stir all that up like that. There's nothing like this. Put this in here. You're only going to keep it in there 4 or 5 hours. Put the top on. Plug it in. Put it on low. Voila, your breakfast is done. You get up in the morning. I mean, of course, you're going to want to put this on kind of late. But you'll get up in the morning and your breakfast will be cooked, and it's the greatest oatmeal you ever have. Okay. Okay, so we'll stir those up a bit more. You just want to keep letting them, oh my goodness, those smell so good. Just want to keep letting them cook and simmer them for a couple hours so you just want them to cook quite a while so all the flavors can mix together and so they can be done. Of course, you know, beans, again, they're like sausage. They're already cooked in the can. You're basically just warming them up. But they do 10 times better if you simmer them for a couple hours, or even better if you put them in the crock pot all day. Okay, so, and then you want to blacken your sausage. Kind of burn it a little bit and blacken it. That's what really puts the pizzazz to these beans, is the blackened sausage, okay? The finished product, the finished recipe, which is I love to put them in a bowl that's nice and pretty. I don't know why. It makes them taste better if they're, it's all about presentation sometimes. Okay, and that's the case with these. So there's the beans. They're done. And, oh my gosh, look at those. I hope your family enjoys it just like mine does. Okay, thanks for stopping by. May God smile on your lips so your belly can laugh.